What's up, everyone? Welcome on back. We're getting ready to hop into the final game of Day 2 Kings Cup action. I'm joined by co-caster Lacoste. We got King Jenkins and Wizard TrentPax here for second match of paiN X versus J.Storm. Before we do hop into this match, of course, I some updates. I was supposed to update actually before the previous game. We did receive word that paiN, not paiN X, but normal paiN will no longer be participating in Kings Cup, which is good news for all these teams. That means that one more spot will open. It means top 3 will now be advancing into the playoffs to play along with Forward Gaming. So, wow indeed. So, it'll be Forward Gaming and 3 in the playoffs. Winner, of course, gets that Summit X direct invite. All right. So, here we are. paiN X versus J.Storm, Game 2. Let me hear it.
What do you want to hear? We are into the draft. J.Storm definitely needs to swap things a little bit. Not the best performance. I think that Timbersaw pick lost them the draft and the whole game. Even though maybe if it was a different hero, it could have been a different game for them. So I expect a pretty stable pick from them in this game, to be honest.
What were the best heroes for the rating team that game? You guys think, like, what do you think was doing things well?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe they go back for the, I want to call it Tinkerbell, Dark Willow pickup again, maybe.
Yeah, that was pretty
Oh,
good.
you said for paiN X.
Yeah, for paiN X.
Oh, sorry.
Well,
for
yeah,
paiN
but
X.
I mean, she was the Dark Willow.
Oh, yeah, she was.
You're correct.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, you're
so
good.
Axe and Dark Willow. I mean, Axe has been the fire pickup for today, so.
CC&C looked pretty good, too. I mean, I know we're talking about how, like, yeah, there were problems with the draft from J.Storm and everything, but I thought, like, that dive behind the tower to slow down Forev on the Enigma, like, that's when he was kind of. Yeah, that's a sick kind of play. So that maybe if he hadn't been, like, caught out like that and he's able to build up his items faster, that game looks a little bit different for J.Storm.
I can't believe he got away with that. That's so.
It was a great Ember game, and he also played really well. He only died once.
It's actually one of his best heroes.
It was only the original, like,
it was one of his original
heroes.
CC&C heroes, like Ember and OD, like his original heroes. So, although we haven't seen him on it a lot recently, he's amazing at it. Clearly, it looks like it was just a really ballsy play that he just got away with, but the guy's literally like ranked 2 or 1, so. It's premeditated. Like, he knows what he can get away with on that hero, which makes it even crazier.
Wow, the old Drow is in the pool as
all right.
as we get here.
Exciting.
So will J.Storm taking a 2-3? Will paiN X decide to take it first overall?
Terrorblade too in the pool.
Yeah.
It's like the 2 big contested carries right now. It's just Terrorblade Drow every game.
You know what's the hero that I want to see, especially against the Drow?
Who's the hero you want to see?
Who?
It's the Arc Warden. Like, you just place the bubble. They can't get in. They need to buy MKBs. But
Earthshaker.
Yeah, no Arc Warden showing up. You're right. I think that it could be possibly underutilized in some of these cases. But Arc Warden, I don't know. I don't play Arc Warden ever. Do you think you need to have someone who's kind of a specialist with the hero to be able to make it work? I know we've seen, like, our No-Tails and Resolutions and such who can pull it off, but
I've seen it being played in Europe a lot. A lot of teams are practicing. It's kind of a different hero because you need to manage basically 2 heroes at once. It's not as easy as playing some other heroes, but I mean, you should have that one specialist in your team who plays those kinds of heroes.
Yeah, you want at least a few specialty heroes, or it just really limits your draft. You need Huskars, Meepos, Arc Wardens, Techies. Maybe nobody has those anymore.
Earth Spirits and Tinkers.
Even Earthshaker.
A Meepo would be nice. Yeah, all
like
that stuff. Yeah.
Like Earthshaker's a hero that you wouldn't necessarily first phase unless you have somebody who's very good at it, which a lot of people are because the hero's been popular for so damn long.
Who played yesterday? Terrorblade and Silencer. I think I talked a lot about that lane because you want to play pretty much defensive, and Silencer wants to play different in kind of a lane. He wants to be in the lane where there's a chaos, so you can steal the intelligence and just scale.
Man.
I love this hero.
It feels like they're picking such a weak lane with the Terrorblade, too, again, with this Silencer, and they're just going to go for the Axe once more and force him out of that lane right away. Like, how quickly was that Terrorblade shoved out in their previous match, right?
The crazy thing about this Axe hero with the double Stout Shield, I'm going to keep going back to this, is the fact that
he has one more Stout Shield than other heroes.
He has one more Stout Shield.
Yes.
It's math.
So crazy. How?
What did you want to say?
Just kidding. It's essentially, even if there's any contest in the lane whatsoever, you just cut, and there's very few heroes that are good that can deal with it. It's like you always have this backup plan where you're going to win the lane regardless of what happens, and then you just dive and kill them anyway.
What may have been the heroes of yesteryear that could easily have dealt with Axe? I feel like that's like always something that maybe some players are not flipping back the pages in the old meta book to be like, maybe we should just consider this option again, because
the first hero that comes to my mind is position 4 hero, a Tusk that can get on top of him, plus you have ice shards to block him off.
Yeah.
Well, there is Necrophos. He's one, but the hero is quite a bit weaker now. Doesn't really deal with the creep cutting. The thing is, before, like, Monkey King deals with it too. It's this weird balance. It's like when Brood cuts creeps as well. You want a hero that can both take the creeps under the tower and then also contest the hero that's creep cutting. But I think just with how the math works on the double stout shield, with how the math works with the regen that he has, and the fact that he's always in dual lanes, and the fact that it's the same carries being picked every game, it's all of this adds up to the point where the math just works out, where Axe you cannot do both with any of the heroes that are currently in the meta, realistically. Even a Monkey King. I've seen Monkey Kings. Like that's like a typical Axe counter. Razor. We don't see Razor very often. I imagine with the Razor might do okay because he can steal a lot of damage. You never see Razor. It's the perfect environment for him, it seems. That's all.
Isn't Bat Rider okay against Axe in
Oh,
lane?
Bat's amazing, yeah. Bat's
we see
great.
some Bat Rider, but no one's really matching the
But then they'll
Bat
just
against
dodge
Axe.
the lane. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
I think with Bat too, the fact that the mana cost is so high on all of his spells
and
now,
cooldowns.
and the cooldowns are so high on all of his spells. Number one, he's kind of a shitty hero. Probably a bit underrated, but a lot of teams are not favoring the Bat. And then also, I feel like if you cut the creep wave farther back on Axe, you're forcing the Bat to either chase you around and then you just TP out, or it's like the same thing with the Monkey King, you know? Just with how the math works out. Although I could be totally wrong about that. Maybe we see Bats.
maybe like cheeky, like Shadow Demon used to get picked a lot, and Shadow Demons used to love going into Axes and getting him for the free illusion.
Oh yeah,
he's kind of slow. You can get him with the poison stacks pretty simple.
And J.Storm loves to play that hero, but that's Milan's hero, so he's missing.
You could paiN as well and just sleep him when he tries to cut on the creep wave.
That's true.
It's good harass for trading with the Axe. Before, when paiN had a lot higher damage on his nuke at level 1 before it was nerfed, that was a very common pick against the Axe Sky lane, which was super cancer at the start, like way back when Axe first came back into the meta, because you could lifesteal with the paiN and you could survive the harass, and then also paiN has such high base stats that you can actually trade with the Axe, even with the battle hunger. So that is something. And then also if he cuts, you just nightmare him, and there's nothing you can do. So that is a pretty good counter. But once again, we're not seeing all that much paiN anymore. The hero's been nerfed quite a bit.
Cole picked it up a couple of times for Envy did for himself. But yeah, really other than that, we haven't seen it.
I'm glad the hero is not picked. I think during the King's Cup 1, there's been so much shit about
There's
the
been 3 paiN picks so far in King's Cup. 9 Terrorblade picks. Now 10.
Yeah.
So
Terrorblade
TB and drought.
TB
10 out of 12 games.
How many games are there? This is the 12th. So yeah, 10 out of 12.
Jeez.
10 out of 12 games.
What's
it's the new Spectre is what it is. Like Spectre got nerfed.
44%.
I would take TB over Spectre though. So
well, with the nerfs, yeah.
Oh,
you mean
you'd
rather watch? Yeah, that's fair.
I'd take
Sunder's more exciting.
Sunder's exciting.
Yeah.
Sunder's exciting.
What do you guys think about the PL pick? That's kind of, or a PL ban. That's kind of interesting because like tends to be Terrorblade's an okay counter to the PL.
Yeah, he is.
They go right back for it.
How about Zeus here for paiN X?
They had the same lineup, if I'm not mistaken. Terrorblade, Silencer.
They had Shaman.
They had Shaman? No.
Oh, you mean the previous day?
Yeah.
And they had, that was the Forever Spirit Breaker, right? And they had the
Phoenix.
The Phoenix, yeah.
And then Man of Many Spells, I believe.
Man of Many Spells.
They need to get him again, man. Bryle plays out of his mind on that hero.
He does.
He's actually so good at Invoker.
The pairings are much worse this game already, though. Like, Spirit Breaker, Silencer, Terrorblade. Not really who I want to be playing Invoker with.
Yeah, well, yeah. Actually, we talked about the Spirit Breaker. It is a little awkward.
Yeah, but if you play Quaswa X Invoker against Spirit Breaker with the Cold Snap,
that's
with
true.
The Tornado, he can't really get close to you.
Yeah.
So they want to pressure the tower. If they put Axe and Chen, both Silencer, Terrorblade, we discussed that lane is not strong. And if they decide to dive the tower, they can easily do it.
So why do you guys think they went with Chen over Dark Willow?
So they can pressure the tower early on.
Yeah, even earlier than the Dark Willow
could. Dark Willow doesn't provide that much
objectives
as Chen does. So Venomancer is one of the heroes that can't get dived that easily. You just use the Gale on Chen creep, and he becomes pretty useless.
He's pretty good against Axe, right?
He's pretty good against Axe,
can't
yeah.
deal with the wards too well, and will usually stop him from blinking into what he
yeah,
wants to
that's
do.
like a lane counter and a game counter. Although I feel Axe will cut and he'll get something in the lane, but in the game it's definitely very hard to get blink calls off with the flag wards down.
Yeah.
He kind of fills, I always say, fills a void similar to what I think how you were describing Axe in maybe the previous game. I don't know. Like once he gets that mid-game
describe
period,
him as
he's just like
red guy or whatever.
not how we literally
red.
described him as a hero, but like what he does in the game. Like Venomancer is just so toxic. Like at least I used to see this like when Jiggle Billy used to play Venomancer a lot or something, and just plague up the side lane, and then it would be a team effort to have to go deal with the Venomancer. Okay, Venomancer's taking over, let's go deal with them, and it's usually such a big ordeal. You're eating a Poison Nova and so much damage that by the time you finally take them down and walk away from that skirmish, you're super weak and need to heal up, and there's been so much space created that Venomancer you find out is just a big pain in the ass to begin with.
BSJ would refer to it as like a dead hero. Like you basically want to just ignore that hero's lane wherever he goes, maybe pick him off with one hero, but not commit too much to him because you want people to commit to your Venomancer.
Exactly.
He wants you to run through his wards and take that long engagement. Although, I do think that this hero is not quite at the strength that he was when he was played before, and he was mostly considered like a dead hero when like Necro was good, Veno was good, Timber was good, all these dead heroes.
The green
basically the green Cancer
green
era. Death Prophet 2 was really good.
Yep.
I think essentially like he's not that bad to be left on his own. He's not as scary as he once was in that sense. He's not as Cancer as he once was. Which thank God for that, by the way.
We talk about Venomancer, thinking we're good and stuff. What's wrong? What's good about the hero? But we can call Jack and see what
Jack,
he thinks about the hero.
He was the expert Venomancer for quite a while. He picked it in every goddamn pub.
Never give up.
We miss you, Jack. We might get to check Jack later. Him and Team Forward are sitting in the playoffs, so we'll get our Jack time later on for sure. All right, final bans to be coming out. Ember's got to go. This time he's not going to get crept in for CC&C. So
surprised they didn't ban the Morphling.
Gotta see what else he's gonna go for. Yeah, they let the Morphling through.
The Morph worked out very well in the last game. Although he wasn't doing much shenanigans with the steals. He was still playing like the regular old Morphling very, very well.
There's not even too much to have shenanigans with in this game either.
Just a Terrorblade.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he could charge. That'd be pretty funny.
It's good when they're like trying to make it away and you want to catch up and make chase for sure. Or maybe you could steal it and run away either.
I mean, you can waveform in and then get off like really good angles too.
Yep.
Apparently, you can cast spells if you waveform and then turn back into the hero while you're waveforming. So you could like waveform and then as you're waveforming, Gale.
Oh.
And just
I see what you mean.
You know, get the Gale off a little earlier. I don't know. It's such a small thing.
So they lose their combo of like the Chen and the Ember, which is always nice, like sendbacks and TPs and remnants, and you're constantly always like full HP and everything, but they'll just get the Lina instead. So similar, another pretty practiced hero for CC&C.
Loves to take advantage of a Terrorblade who wants to hang around with low life. Just zap that shit down before a Sunder can even happen.
Very good against the Venomancer too, because her range is so long, she just bashes the wards.
Yeah.
Not great against Spirit Breaker though. If Spirit Breaker ever gets on top of her with the charge and then uses the ulti, I mean she's dead, especially with the Terrorblade hitting. It's pretty rough, but like we talked about, CC&C is very comfortable on this hero.
Yeah.
He's going to be well aware of this.
At the moment, he's the only one who can kind of get in her face, and if he breaks it past like the frontliners of paiN, I mean, there's a fissure that's going to stop everyone else from following up.
Hey, there it is. Man of many spells, finally.
I was thinking about it. Didn't want to cut you off, but I still had time to.
I believe you. I believe
say
you.
it. This is not a replay. I mean, it's a good matchup against Lina if he wants to go for Quaswex. Naturally, you see that guy builds Spirit Vessel, really good against the Morphling, Chen, Axe, so he can't blink, a lot of overtime damage. I think they played yesterday Spirit Breaker and Invoker. It was not very effective. Those bashes, you can't really rely on a Sunstrike.
Worked out though, they won. They did win.
Do you like it? Do you like it, King? You liking this?
You like it, King?
You like the J.Storm draft,
Does this
King?
appease you?
I think we're going to have to remake this. I'm not a huge fan.
Your king has spoken.
Thank you, Lacoste.
I didn't
I didn't know you could do that.
I did see his lips move.
Yeah, he's very talented.
It's amazing.
So who do we got on paper here? Like just based on draft, is it feeling pretty good for paiN, or is Bryle's Invoker enough to kind of
I like paiN. I don't think this Invoker has good pairings. even Quaswex, I don't like the pairings. I don't really understand how they're going to accelerate their mid-game. I don't see someone playing that well with the Spirit Breaker early on. I feel like Veno's very static. Terrorblade's pretty static. Invoker is just weird. I don't know. I like paiN better.
I'm going to go with J.Storm. I think Bryle is the type of player that can be given one of these flashy heroes like Invoker, hero that likes to play on kind of on their own. It's weird with the Terrorblade, but I mean, we've seen Moo on Drow. He doesn't play on his own. He plays with his team. I imagine he'll probably do the same thing on Terrorblade. He likes to fight, and Bryle will take that role of kind of doing his own thing, and he has the skill to make it work. And whenever you have a 4-1 and your 1 is really, really good at playing the 1 like on the opposite side of the map, killing people on their own, making plays, pushing out lanes. I mean, in the game that we saw him play Invoker before, there's so many ganks that he avoided, just sending Forge Spirits down lanes and stuff. Like, he plays the 1 so incredibly well. So I have faith in their picks essentially this time.
He needs to have like huge counter initiation plays on the axe, like big tornadoes and everything, if they're gonna win this game.
For sure.
That's all on him. No one else really even has a save or build duels or anything.
Yeah, which is fine if you're playing the 1 too, because he can like push out a lane and then come in and then play the counter initiator. He doesn't need to initiate, you know. Yeah. So I think I'm going with J.Storm.
Nice slippers.
Thanks,
by
man.
the way. Well, those are really nice.
They're from Holland.
Holland.
Yeah.
They got cows on them. Oh, that's me, right? Has it started? Has the game started?
The game has started. There is a pause, but
okay.
if you want to, get us into the game, you have that magical power.
No, okay. If there's a pause, I don't want
to. Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's a reason why we're paused, but
someone was disconnected.
Someone was disconnected, but
okay.
Pink
but
Demon,
they're back already.
Demon's back now, so you are welcome to cast us into the game, Wizard.
Production, please take us into the game. David, our observer, don't be lame.
You heard him, David.
Don't do it.
Don't be lame. Shouts to David, of course.
Don't do it, David.
Pop-Tart Man hanging out, being our dedicated ops for today. Appreciate that one. As we get underway.
Please vote David to be beheaded.
That's one way to save your
skin. paiN. Let's get into it and underway. I'm gonna let you take over for a bit because I actually need to.
The only thing that concerns me on J.Storm's lineup is they kind of lack control. They have a Spirit Breaker charge. They have Cold Snap and Tornado. I'm not sure if that's enough. Also, they have no burst damage whatsoever against the Morphling. So
yeah, they basically have to get the Spirit Breaker charge into Sunstrike combo off this game.
I don't think they're gonna have a Sunstrike since he's gonna play Quaswex Invoker.
True. So they actually have like no burst. They have to kill him in the Global Silence basically until he gets the some sort of Manta style. Once he gets the Manta style, it's gonna be very, very hard to kill the Morphling.
30 seconds.
Morph stealing Veno ward seems pretty good too this game. Like Veno just seems like a really good hero to morph into. You can essentially just do exactly what the Veno does. I mean, when does Veno really use the ultimate other than in team fights?
What does happen if you steal, let's say, Test of Fate, and then get a couple of creeps, and then they just die?
I think they die after the Chen buff wears off, like the Chen morph buff. If it works like the Rubik one does. It'd be cool if you got permanent creeps though. That'd be super legit.
One way to find out.
I mean,
look at him, he's cutting it to tier 2.
The play.
I love this hero. You don't even have to lane. Oh, he's cutting the next wave.
Yeah, because you can't aggro this one.
Can't cut the first wave, of course.
Of course.
Right. I knew that.
Yeah, of course you did. You're an offlaner. How could you not know that? You'd have to be some kind of idiot.
You'd have to be. I don't know what somebody would have to be thinking to not get that.
This lane is so weak on bottom. You have a Spirit Breaker and Terrorblade. So it's basically two melee heroes once the meta is down.
Say Frev's got a bit of packet loss here, so just going to be chilling for a second.
Wait. That Terrorblade, does he kind of look like a Night Stalker from this angle?
Yeah. No,
that looks like a Night Stalker.
A little bit of glance value happening right now.
There's some glance value.
He looks like a illusion is what he looks like. That set is crazy.
I'm telling you, dude, Terrorblade is pay to win. You can get all these sets that you look like an illusion.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it's really hard to tell which one's real, even from his conjure images.
You know, let me tell you something.
Tell me something, Mr. King.
The other day, I'm actually embarrassed to say this because this isn't a joke. The other day I was pooping. No, I'm just kidding. The other day I was in a pub, and I was...
Was this an NA pub?
This was an NA pub. I was playing, I think...
So you were basically pooping.
Pussies.
I was pooping. Oh my god.
My boy Grant.
Thank you, Wizard. That was great.
That was Grant.
So, I was in an NA pub. I don't remember where I was going with this. I was tiny, okay? And there was a Winter Wyvern on the enemy team. And obviously if I'm playing tiny, it's like, I'm going to kill that guy first, right?
Right.
Super easy to kill. It was a ragey player, so I was going to trigger him by killing him. Yeah, it's pretty funny. But then also, it's the most important hero to kill.
Right. Gotta get him.
So
no choice.
I buy back because I think my girlfriend said something. I got distracted. I died. Obviously, it wasn't a misplay. It was something else that happened in real life.
Right. Or else you would never die.
Okay, I'll just finish quickly.
Go.
Dragon Knight comes in. He has a cosmetic. It looks like Winter Wyvern. I go and fucking DK. I die. I lose the game.
Yeah, I don't think there's a cosmetic that makes
There is. It looks exactly like Winter
Wyvern.
Wyvern. It looks exactly like Winter Wyvern.
There are some cosmetics that
you just
really
saw
look so
a blue
bad.
dragon and jumped.
Because it's like it was one of those games where it's like I have to go instantly. It's like there's a Winter Wyvern. I'm gonna go get him. And then I freaked out, go on the DK, and he just take 10% of his HP, and then all of a sudden I'm in. The Wyvern just ults me because I went on the fucking DK.
That's a bad Winter Wyvern. You don't want to ult it tiny.
Yeah, that is a bad Winter Wyvern. I still end up losing the game because I bought back.
Because of the status resistance.
No, it's because my girlfriend that had to buy back. Dude, not the status risk. I'd be top 10 if it wasn't for my girlfriend. She keeps interrupting me during games,
Oh, my goodness. I can't even imagine. I'm sure many Dota players suffer from that problem.
Yeah.
That I know. What is Demon? What is this strat? He's trying to just leech.
He's AFK.
I mean,
packet loss or just some sneaky play from Demon?
He's like trying to use the harassment of the next wave to see if he can actually get something with him.
I'm not sure that's very effective.
Yeah, it's kind of working. Okay. Just needs to get a deny here.
He's going to try to get a deny, yeah. He's got
to look for that range creep. Oh, the spin timing.
Oh, my God. Goodness gracious.
He was counting on that spin. He also placed an observer board so he can see Axe.
I'm not sure if that's very effective. I mean, I guess he's cutting in, like, what do you do? What else do you do? Let him cut alone?
I mean, what else is Jimmy going to do? There's nothing else he can do.
So I see we have another axe cutting lane situation here.
Yeah, check this out. Guess
deep one.
Dakota, if you had to take a wild guess, how many stout shields would you say he has?
Probably somewhere between 1 and 3.
You are correct.
Dun, 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 dun.
Right in the middle.
2.
Yes, 2.
Easiest money of my life.
No problem at all, and he is just totally taken over in the lane.
Oh man, this Invoker is getting destroyed. 13-5 on CCNC against 3 CS on this Invoker.
Today's Yikes moment presented by Monster Energy. No, it's a tough one for Bryle right now, and this is a guy who usually loves to perform in Snowball, so it looks like he's going to take that much longer to get there, unless some outside interference comes in. Flea was thinking about it, but decided to pull off. Why do you think he's giving a shout-out to Stan King in his tag? Are they good friends, Flea and Stan King?
Yeah, I think they...
I mean, they were on a team together before.
I think Stan King taught...
Freedom, I think, for a while.
Yeah. Stan King taught Flea a lot of stuff, I'm pretty sure. Flea wasn't a support player, and he went to support with Stan King, and now he's one of the best fours in all of North America. So I think he's got a lot of genuine respect for him.
See Ritsu eating a bit of harassment here from Demon, who we previously saw trying to deal with the axe in the top lane.
I like this a lot better than what he
Now he can actually do
some
some
he bashed the
offensive.
chicken.
Didn't get the finish on it, though, unfortunately. God. That pressure on Bryle.
We've seen this Terrorblade into Morphling before.
The save.
Nice bump in from March. Can they somehow try to turn it around? No, not without a lot of forgiving bashes.
Double
0-0.
solve up. Dude, this is like multiple patches ago. 2v2 mid.
Yeah, it's true.
That was
we're supposed to do our 2-1-2 now.
That was some insane patch. We're back.
The 1-2-2. This is straight up Dota 1. All solo top. The easy lane.
Yeah.
Charge there onto our
Is he gonna get bashed out? March tries to bash him in the right direction.
Oh, they can't get it. Oh my god, no luck there on that one. That's gonna cost March his life.
He's feeding first blood.
Whew.
Doesn't make the sound, but that was first blood. A lot of gold, 276 each.
Is that correct?
I'm pretty sure it's correct. 90% sure. That is a lot of damage. That harpy is a...
Yeah, the old shock.
You can interrupt it. It has night vision.
Oh. Yes.
The most annoying thing about this harpy is it has like I think it's 1800 vision or something at night. It's ridiculous.
Damn, you got the knowledge on that neutral creep.
I gotta check.
I'm an
that.
Enchantress. I'm an
that.
Enchantress player, dude.
Yeah, who's this guy think he is? Purge or something like that with these freaking numbers he pulls out of his ass?
I mean, I don't know if it's 1800 exactly. But
All right, calm down. You
Excuses
said
are coming.
1800.
okay, dude, it has a huge night
Hey,
vision.
he said it's
Your
1800.
king has spoken.
All right,
For real.
respect.
It might actually have more.
Said it better yourself.
Are you checking Lacoste?
Yeah, sight
it's
range. Yeah, it's correct.
Yes!
1800.
Dude,
Wow.
I'm telling you, man, I'm an chat player. Thanks, LD.
You're so good, dude.
Demon
Alright,
crossing
back
past
to the game.
support, side-balling each other through the woods here, but, you know, they still have been leaving the axe to his own devices for quite a while. He already has his Vanguard complete as he takes it back up to the top lane. It's Rune's time, though. You see them all grabbed up. Looks like 3 of them going to be going to J.Storm. How's Bryle's catch-up play in the mid lane? 33 to 15. It's still a rough road.
Not looking too great at the moment.
Still a rough road.
Oh,
And rough
look
road
out.
potentially for Flea here. Moves in from March. The follow-up by Demon. He gets
Bam.
1 bash.
Here it is, right here. I can feel it.
Just walking away.
More so
Unfortunately, he's
zoning
faster.
back.
That's like the least climactic Spirit Breaker charge.
Terrorblade can't lane on the bottom anymore. I mean, that lane was pretty shitty to start with. Terrorblade and Spirit Breaker. Now he's just gonna go jungle. They have a free farm Venomancer on top who's pretty high level, but Axe has a Vanguard and a TP, so he's more than fine.
I can actually like hear the salivating glands of all the Legion Commander players who used to go to the jungle who are just like, wait, there's a new jungle and it starts right at the top tier 3. I just pick Axe and I stand there? And that's all I have to do?
Except the difference is this is like really goddamn good. It's actually so hard to counter. As we saw Demon try to counter, it's like he doesn't do
He
anything.
just left.
Mid lane action here. A move for CCNC as hell does break loose. Can they get the finish? They will.
God, -2 on Lina sucks so much because she's a right clicker. Small damage instances, but very quickly. So losing that int
Yeah.
is actually kind of bad.
I'm sure they wish they could have got the kill on the Invoker, but in the end, still good.
Oh, they're gonna deny the bottom tower.
And they do get the deny. Smacks on in for Ritsu, who just turns around the firepower and blasts down March. So I'm not going to get the money from the tower. I'll get the money from your soul.
Ritsu again with the build. No points in waveform yet.
Got 6 minutes.
It's a very
No waveform.
I think if there's no kill threat, then you don't need it.
It's greedy.
The greed is paying off though. He took the tower.
Yeah.
Like I was just about to say before Lacoste said that, it's mind blowing to me that Morphling is getting the bottom tower like this. And I mean, sure he has help, obviously, but it's still a Morph lane. And honestly, the fact that he has this
They
build gives him-
denied the tower.
Oh, they denied it. He still got it though. Like it frees up the map, so he could go top, and it wouldn't matter because the bot lane is gonna be constantly pushed in.
The charge is so slow early on for Spirit Breaker.
It is, yeah.
It's so depressing.
Everybody goes 1-1-1 now too, so he's a slow boy.
I'm sure March is particularly sad about that too.
Yeah.
They're going to smoke up Spirit Breaker and Silencer. So this is basically just a warding smoke.
Yeah, these heroes
Demon.
don't do anything together.
They will find CCNC.
They're
at
level
least.
3 at 8 minutes.
Yeah. And the Tome probably... I don't know. I feel like I'd almost give the Tome to Spirit Breaker. I don't know
Yeah.
if like Global helps you really in this.
They are going to make a play to go on CCNC from behind. A lead in with a Tornado EMP as
This is
CCNC
it.
He read
picks
that
the
really
perfect
well.
direction to run right out from potential
I
trouble.
think it just kills him.
Yep, he'll turn around Laguna the hell
Yeah.
out of that Space Cow and finish him off.
Damn. And he had a Radiant Ward too, so he might have even been thinking that his own jungle was like kind of safe, but he just knew that that's the angle they were going to come from. He started going that way so fast.
Oh my god, Flea. He's in such a good position. Bryle sees it though. There's a sentry right there. Is that a ward? Oh, that's
That's
a
a
ward.
ward.
That's a ward. There's a flag in front of it.
It's
a good ward spot actually though. Flag blocks it out.
Flea's going to find Demon on the run.
Yeah, we have Chen nearby, but Demon doesn't cross the river. I don't know if it's going to be an easy opportunity for anything. He's shifting direction towards Ritsu, and Ritsu and Flea could certainly turn something on a Demon, and that's exactly what they're going to go for.
Boom! That feels pretty terrible.
Yeah.
That silencer, you're just like, I'm going to get a little bit of harass onto this Morphling.
I'm gonna use the arcade
Just
curse.
Invisible Earthshaker.
Pair for the glaives.
Enjoy.
Yeah, look at the wards that
Enjoy.
J.Storm plays.
Enjoy.
It feels like they're in control of this game. They want to play aggressive, but how are they gonna kill anything? They have a Spirit Breaker. Turtlebade's not gonna move. It's a Quaswax Invoker. Venomancer's just not mobile. He's standing on the top, trying to pressure the tower.
I will say Brow has started keeping up, though, in terms of last hits. I thought he'd be in a worse spot at this point, honestly.
Yeah, he's definitely doing a lot better, considering Flea is literally just sitting mid, posturing, he's not even fissuring, he's just sitting there. That's such a Flea play.
Yep, got to remain in the dark. It just means J.Storm don't know where the hell he's going to be, and they always have to prepare that there's the potential fissure from the dark that ruins your whole gank.
Look where ADR is, guys.
Whoa, look at that.
This is shocking.
He's playing some World of Warcraft. Everybody's playing WoW in this tournament.
He is on the halfway mark towards that Blink Dagger.
What is Forev building? I feel like, I mean, he's 0-0-0, 89 last hits. He just hasn't seen anyone because there's nothing for anyone on the Radiant to gain up here besides ADR. So he's going to go for the Veil, just heavy damage. Ooh, nah, well, no stun, so haha.
Oh, Tornado, but it's obviously a little too late.
That was a really nice read. Seeing the invoker.
Shaker is also level 3. Has a tome that's going to get him to level 5.
What does he go for? Second point? Oh, third point of fissure.
Yeah, it feels like it depends on your gold, right? That's pretty much how at least I measure skill builds on Earthshakers. Like, the closer you are to Blink, the more you have to start putting into the Aftershock.
Yeah.
Or if you play against a lot of melee heroes, then points in their Aftershock are...
Oh, that is such a dead axe.
Will ADR finally pay the price?
Yeah, no TP.
That is, I mean, he just TP'd out, so
yeah.
he just can't be that far up. That's a yikes. I've ever seen one.
Good wrap right there. Forev will get the last hit.
Oh, this would be huge, though. If they could turn that into... Because he's trying to use this space, right? And there's no mana on Flea. Not enough for the Fisher, at least, and that's going to cost him.
Oh, he got the ult!
Yo! Follow-up, make it a twofer! Ryle with the double kill. The
That was
Invoker's
like
back.
a comeback provided by paiN.
Yeah, that was great.
Like, Axe went too deep, and then they tried to punish, but the Axe died so fast the rotations could still be there from J.Storm.
Hey man, that's like the whole tempo thing again. You give the enemy team information, they take something, forcing CCNC to go try to do something mid, giving them information, they know he's up too far, you go with the Invis-Rune. They just take the tempo and just like blow up the game with it. And now there's this push, which can't be dealt with because people were dead and they're set up. You're gonna run into these wards?
He finally gets a wave to the tower, and he just takes it.
Yeah. He's dead. He's very dead.
This is really good from Brow. He needs his rotations. Give him the kill. Oh, that was very nice.
Back-to-back takedowns now on this Axe.
Yeah, this is going to delay his Blink Dagger a lot. He was playing way too greedy in this part of the jungle after Vanguard. I mean, they can still kill you. They don't have that many stuns.
Wow. It's a freebie. Oh no, he misses Tornado.
Oh, I just found a Starburst in my pocket.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Give me, I'm your king. Give me that. I'm actually gonna eat this because I'm the king.
Get pillaged, nerd.
Oh man, I feel like I'm playing Lords Mobile.
Oh,
my
man.
poor kingdom of Starburst.
All right, there you go. I'm too Canadian
No,
to actually
no,
take
take
this from you. Okay. Well, if you insist.
Is it good?
Mm.
It's an enjoyable Starburst, my liege.
It's the red one. It's
Yeah.
cherry.
Of course it's good. It's actually the fruit punch. Learn your Starburst.
Can
idiot.
you hold your hand out?
Yeah, I can take
I'm
your
just
garbage. I am your servant. Oh well, Jimmy's dead again.
That's double takedowns for Ritsu onto Demon.
Where are the tips?
Everyone's, you know, a little more conservative with their tipping in this game.
It's a really good Starburst, by the way. Thank you.
Yeah, fruit punch ones are solid. Best idea they ever had was the all reds of the little packages, the Starburst, where it's just all different varieties of red ones.
Is red the popular color? I thought pink was the one everyone liked.
Oh, that's included in the fave reds.
Oh.
That's what it's called. So it's all just different red, like.
I see what you mean.
My favorite's the yellow. Is the lemon.
Oh my god, that's like the one that's always left. Like, there's a big bowl of Starburst. At the end, it's just all yellows. Am I crazy?
No, you're right.
That is definitely true.
But I'm not surprised that Jenkins likes the yellow ones, though.
What the?
You're
It's a problem, man.
Leftover.
Hey, man, I'm easy to please.
I like black jelly
your
beans.
mom.
Yeah. Wow, dude, you got me on that.
Dude, I
one.
nailed you, dude.
Yeah.
I plundered you.
Ritsu eating quite a bit of harassment here in the mid lane. Loses all of his mana. But here comes CCNC looking to fire things off. Gets the great Invoker down as Bryle's going to get dropped. Follow up Yules, LSA,
Oh my goodness,
and with
it just-
Flea's Echo, there's no chance of escape there, and it's going to be a takedown to March as well.
Yeah, he definitely stopped that Spirit Breaker charge with Echo Slam, and they're gonna pressure the top tower. They have Chance Creep is already there. Poor Jimbo. Yeah, he's gonna die again.
Oh no!
Here comes trouble.
Oh no! Oh, maybe yes.
All right. Well, it looked good for a moment there. Things were kind of popping off for old J.Storm. Not so much right now. Like, seemed like they had a couple rotations going through. They were taking the top tower, and Invoker was getting stuff done.
I don't want to speak too soon, but yeah, not a strong day for J.Storm so far. Still got plenty of game ahead of us, gentlemen. 15 minutes in. Yeah, there's some tier 2 threats happening on the side of J.Storm, but they have resolve, and they're hoping for a late game shine. Moo, Terrorblade, and Bryle's return to kind of pull this one out.
It's actually very close despite...
Yeah, net worth-wise, it's close, for sure.
I wonder with experience, though. Experience is something it's always deceiving. Yeah, that's
Yeah, about
okay.
3K.
Yeah, okay. That's usually how it is. The math is just weird. So that's why it looks a lot worse. It's because the experience is ahead a lot. It's mainly these two supports are kind of low.
All right, CCNC is getting casual tier 3 damage at this top lane with really no.
Yeah, anyone coming back here? Or, I mean, he has no TP. Oh, it just got there on a courier actually, so that's pretty helpful. And that means he'll stick around even longer.
When they're showing on the bottom lane, it means that he's gonna pressure the tower key. Also use the glyph for
Has a
that
catapult too?
range creep. So
Yeah,
siege creep can come.
He's getting a lot of good damage on this tower. So dangerous against the Spirit Breaker, though. He's got the Yules now.
Speaker has to charge through all of paiN to get to him, though, and Flea already spots him en route. And they'll just continue to reside in J.Storm's jungle. J.Storm doing a bit of the same to paiN. They were able to finish that tier 2 in the bottom lane. And Frev's going to do a little bit of what CCNC had been doing to the top.
Yeah,
he's got wards, so plant him down.
This is nice because they can't punish this by taking Roche really on the Radiant side because they can't do it fast enough. So there's not a whole lot of worry for J.Storm at the moment. And they're scanning around the pit, but I mean, it would take them a while.
Yeah, they got to get back to basics. They got to clear out this bottom lane. Can't allow some sort of secret siege potential as they're trying to take care of other objectives.
Both teams just refusing to enter their own jungle. Playing as if the safe lane is the dead lane, which is pretty common. It's actually less common nowadays. I've seen a lot of teams like play in their own jungle. You know, if you have like an alchemist or something like that. I mean, it depends on the heroes that you have, but both of these teams just like CCNC heads right back up to the enemy jungle. He does not want to. Oh, to Roshan actually.
Yep, they cleared out that bottom lane a bit and then tried to beeline it directly back and towards the Roche. They are going to leave their Flea Earthshaker back to that bottom lane, so no dunk defense for this Roche if J.Storm are able to rotate over fast enough. They're kind of leaning towards that direction. March is on the way. How fast are they killing this Roche? Pretty fast. It looks like they are going to be able to get the grab. Tornado comes, but it's just a hair too late.
Yeah, I actually underestimated the Chen creeps having to tank for the more
jumping there from Axe. Gets the grab and lock, and they get the finish onto Demon. No global silence.
Oh, that charge! He canceled the Nether Strike for March.
Oh. That means he's going to be just completely shut out here. J.Storm on the run, up against the ropes. Forev caught in the mid lane. Ritsu with the double.
Nice.
This Morphin staying just one step ahead. He already has a Manta-style Invoker. Has Spirit Vessel finished, doesn't even have charges, so he can get rid of that, get rid of Reflection, Silence. We didn't see a global silence used once this game.
I don't think so. 6-0 and 6 now for the Morphling too.
Pretty good at that hero.
For a man who's made out of water, he's sure playing hot.
He's heating up! He's on fire!
Relax, wizard.
Oh my god, you're so
boom shakalaka. Okay, silence out.
Oh, there it is. We found it.
Just as ADR was trying to roll in for the dunk, it looks like they put their sights onto the Chen. It chases out.
The meta for
Can they at least get the easy kill? Yes. But yeah, as you mentioned, it does cost them a little bit here. They have to kind of segue this meta into something a bit more, and for now they're just stepping off for the Ancient Camp. Nearby behind, CCNC spots out Demon again, and they'll take him out.
They have a charge on the Ritsu, though, that they were trying to capitalize on. But they're going to start chasing after ADR instead.
He's so tanky. But they have some persistent damage, so.
Yeah, he's never going to be able to blink.
Tried.
It's a long takedown, but they'll eventually get it done.
That's a big pick. Although he only got 367 gold for it.
A lot of AoE, I guess.
Yeah, and it depends on the net worth differential between the heroes. And Lina, or sorry, Bryle's actually. Well, actually, he's got 6,900. It's not that much.
Isn't it? It's placement based though, right? Isn't it? It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is how the ranking system goes for part of the formula. So if you're, even though Axe is like kind of rich, he has 2 heroes above him.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's like a ranking system now.
That sounds right. This Chen. I mean, it's a Chen who gives a shit. A hero.
Bryle will take the quick snipe, grab the bounty, but he finds Quinn.
That's
and,
a DD.
Quinn's got Laguna. Doesn't even need it.
Oh, nice steal.
That was
big clap. Big clap.
That
there for
was
getting the blink
great,
gold.
Francis.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do, man.
He's got blink now. Go pick it up right now in the shop.
Although to be fair, he was holding it for the end of the stun duration.
Yeah, there could have been a
it just
ghost
happened.
or something.
It just happened to be a kill steal as well. You know, I do that all the time, my pups.
I see. It
just happens to go that way.
Some draw on the map here from paiN. Maybe Ritsu indicating that he wants to try to pressure out this top lane and then make a cut.
What do you think of this? Is he really only Aether Lens on the Shaker? I see he is queued up. It's a little unusual, isn't it? I feel like that's not something I see kind of ever.
He must have just queued that up. I don't know how hard he will commit for that or not.
I don't know. That's
There's Ritsu doing work on March.
Better items.
It's sweet if you have the Axe, I guess.
Yeah, you know, maybe that's why.
But, I mean, it does extend your Fisher.
I do think that you probably want to go Ags first, though.
Dude, but think if you had the Aether and then the Talent.
Yeah,
think about how
I was
long
thinking
that Fisher would be. That thing would be going, like, across the map. You're like Fisher in the throne from the Roche Pit or something.
It's good for interrupting the Spear Breaker charge. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's true.
He can Fissure into the fight without getting...
They're going to find Venom.
Yeah, and well, this is Morphus hitting your tier 3 too. This is real bad.
Shaker, non-blink.
Ooh, they popped the global for the assistance. They're still not committing in too hard for the fight. There's going to be the jump in.
That was a nice ulti.
Does get a good Poison Nova off. ADR does get dropped, and paiN pull back. Don't like that approach at all.
Yeah,
once meta is down and they know that global is going to be down, so these are their 2 big team fight ultis, they should just try and siege at tier 3 or try to smoke up, get a couple of kills, because it's not an easy way to siege the high ground against the Venomancer and Smoker.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's about to lose the Aegis in like a moment here.
You always have to be careful against Terrorblade too. You know, you get out of position just a little bit in a fight and he'll take everything from you, including your base. Which is presumably a big reason they got out of that last fight. They see that there's...
Jimmy.
Dead.
Both
at
of
the
these
same time.
Both of these 5s, man. They're having such a rough game.
Supports both come falling down.
God damn. Sucks to be a 5.
Just like walking through dire vision, going up to waves. No way to punish even though there's a Spirit Breaker.
CCNC here under heavy pressure. Moves illusions. Charge, Yule's set up. Turns around, tries to get off what he can. Onto the Venomancer. Not enough for the finish. So with one taken down. J.Storm. Is this the time? Moving in, looking to go for the fall finish onto Axe as he falls to the ground. They'll get that finish too. Here comes Ritsu.
It turns into the Invoker, but...
Oh boy.
Oh, Flea, maybe he can make the save?
He gets the lockdown there. Turn around now as he's trying to morph himself back on up.
Oh my god.
And he's going to be fine. Ritsu,
he was so
out of control.
Close. That was such a big streak.
Can't quit the finish. With Flea coming in, he will stop them in their tracks.
Oh man,
Good send back.
If he tornadoes or Yules.
Oh, that's gonna hit.
Oh, way.
Flea, oh, he's got the sting on him though.
Oh my god.
Got him. Oh, well, he will. Ritsu's going to get payback though. Oh, the global does come off. Bryle thinks about getting a piece. But they don't want a hard commit. But the global's now down.
God, you know, without the global, which, I mean, he has the Manta style, so it barely does anything, they really have nothing to deal with this Morphling at all. It's Spirit Breaker.
Yeah.
So Linken's, though. Linken's Manta. Linken's to counter the Spirit Breaker. Manta to counter the Silencer. there's officially no way that they can deal with this Morphling. He just uses his, although maybe.
Are you trying to curse him here?
I mean,
he goes down here. Oh, look how low he's going. Whew. Danger zone.
408. Moo invis.
Moo sees him.
He's been invis for so long.
Oh no.
Moo sets the sights for the easy target on Chen. Finishes him off real quick. Ritsu puts all of his force onto Forev. They are going to get the burst and finish onto the Morphling. Follow-up also there as ADR will be dropped. 3 hit the deck for paiNX and make it 4 if they can get CC&C. Falls from the Yules, and that's going to be it. J.Storm now cutting this net worth advantage down to even.
I should
just
not say anything.
Just keeping too low HP. He's below 1,000 HP at this point.
They went all in on the Veno too, and he still got off the ult at the end.
Yeah.
And it took them a while to kill him, so while they're all focusing on top of Venomancer, they just pick apart the paiNX heroes.
All right, J.Storm's back.
Who got the streak from the Morph?
It's a good question. Hopefully
March did.
Okay. There you go.
That's, I mean, BKB almost.
He's actually almost got a BKB. All right.
It's still, I don't know, that's not that great, because it's still so hard for him to actually get a charge off onto someone good, even with a BKB because of the Lincolns.
Yeah. He needs like a Heaven's Halberd or
I feel
something.
like if it was Invoker, that would have been so good for them. He would have like had Aghanims by now.
He'd have Ags. They really need some other way to lock down this Morphling. I don't think he's going to be sitting on such low HP from now on. Although, with a 3K gold lead, you might be able to just ignore him and kill his team. And then kill him later.
What happened? Why did paiNX just suddenly lose control? Like, we were looking at a game where they had the Aegis, they had a Morphling just sitting on the high ground, they had a kind of okay fight just outside of J.Storm's base, and then we have a pick-off onto the Lina, and then there was a pick-off onto the, well, Morphling almost died, but then like 2 heroes had to sacrifice their life for the Morph to get away, and then this fight just happens because the invis from Moo, that kind of tipped it off, right? Like, they had vision where maybe you wouldn't expect it, but, and then we feel like J.Storm are just ahead now? Yeah, not only in net worth, but like actually in the game too?
It feels like it. Once Terrorblade gets to level 20 with the reflection cooldown, that's going to change things a little bit. Also, they got picked up way too many times. They had the window where they needed to go. Global was down a couple of times. Same goes for Terrorblade's meta, but they couldn't find any openings.
They needed the BKB too on Lina. She's just melting. You can't have so much net worth on a hero. Well, he was way higher before, but you can't have so much net worth on a hero and pressure on a hero and just have them die instantly, like in the crossfire in the fights. Like the Lina's just dying to the Venom, to the Tornado, to the EMP, to all these, like not even getting focused and just dying. Or they can kill her after they use everything, because it doesn't matter. You just kill the Lina with like the residual spells that are left over. But with the BKB, that's a lot harder now. Axe needs a BKB too. So does Morph. They all need BKBs.
Question is, will they be able to get there or not? And they're going to have the forgiving time to do so. Still got time on the Roche, and it looks like paiNX are not going to be stalling out too much longer. They've already began the rotation up into J.Storm's territory, and now March moves in. Already the Global going to be coming out. They're looking for the burst onto Chen first, and they'll get it. Now possible follow-up. There's the lock onto Demon. They get him done there. CC&C able to get off the BKB as he is up in arms with March at the moment. They try to rush in, looking to go for Ritsu, but he jumps back. Goes for March. Should be able to get the finish there, while Moo finds his sights on the ADR. Will get the dump as Flea jumps in on top of Moo. Moo with the Sunder, though. Takes the life right back and will help him getting the finish. Double kill for him. And now moves for Ritsu. He's trying to change things up going into Forev, but now back on his own. Gets charged and locked from March. And March will finish that one off, but man.
Roche about to
15
spawn?
seconds, yeah.
Ooh,
What an event award.
What an unfortunate timing.
This went from a 5K net worth advantage for paiNX to now a 6K net worth advantage for J.Storm, just like that.
So they want to contest this, Roche. They know that Global is down, no meta for more than 2 minutes. Oh, they're gonna get a kill. Maybe I spoke
not
too
enough
soon.
damage.
Woo! God damn, he's just dead to the Cataclysm.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
He's dead for 70 seconds.
Well, Ritsu has bought back, so
Yeah.
needs to be careful with him as well.
It's still hard to kill, but he's going to be a lot farther away from his BKB now. Terrorblade almost has the Scotty. I feel like TB's getting to the point where it's just impossible to kill, despite decent counters on paiNX Like, the Echo was on point, and still
There was no follow-up.
there was no follow-up.
Yeah, everyone was kind of dead. The Axel already initiated at that point. I mean, he missed his moment a little bit, I feel like. Just because he was being zoned. So.
That's unfortunate.
First time in a while, we're going to be seeing J.Storm now posturing up on the offensive a bit. They begin to cross the river and have found an opportunity to make the move into the Roche pit.
Oh, Ritsu's dead.
What?
Wait, what?
Forev just
Did
killed
he have
Ritsu.
poison and he was near the neutrals and killed himself? Because, like, he doesn't have anything.
What did I just witness?
Like, he doesn't have... Yeah, his ult's still there. Maybe he was Galed.
He was, yeah, but he was either Galed or had Poison Sting and just morphed
Went down
everything
to one.
because he has 794 HP and just died from it.
Yeah. Well, that's
Did he get-
unfortunate
did he get-
for Morph.
Did he get hit by a ward and then like Sunstruck and then died to the?
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was a Sunstrike. I don't know. That was pretty brutal.
I mean,
Crazy.
You don't expect that. That just doesn't happen.
Charges out for the mid lane. They're looking to get a hold of CCNC here. Frantically rushing, backing away using every bit of duration of that BKB, but the global follow-up's there. A charge from March, or a Nether Strike rather, to bump him back will seal the fate of that Lina. And now J.Storm are going to be able to easily clean up this tier 2 and go right into the base. Metamorph's out, and destruction should come.
This Terrorblade hero seems pretty good, kind of like that Spectre hero at TI with the whole comeback thing. Like, maybe you just win a single team fight and suddenly the entire game is yours.
Perhaps why we're seeing him 10 out of 12 games.
Yeah.
Might be a good reason.
I think in the 2 games that he wasn't, he probably got banned too.
Oh, very likely.
And then I love what Invoker is doing. He's using Alacrity,
Yeah.
one Spirit Breaker while he's charging, and
Yeah,
then he uses
yeah.
a BKB.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
So that's 2 set of Raxes.
I just don't understand still how Ritsu died. That
Yeah.
actually made the game
Radiant's bottom
significantly harder. They had one more fight where they could just,
Radiant's top tower
take a normal fight, perhaps win the game. But without Ritsu, there's just nothing they can do.
Yep. Well, after they take what they need, J.Storm rush their way right back out. Yeah, I can only imagine that they had some sort of ward vision on where he was, and with a nearby poison Sunstrike combo, caught him with his pants down and his life bar real low.
Such a terrible time to make that mistake right after buying back. Really, really hurts.
Well, he's trying to rush his way forward for yet another defensive pickup on that BKB, but it's quite a ways off.
He needs it. The Veno's been such a problem in this game. Just like the Veno goes in, uses ult, uses Gale, and then TB just chases everybody down as they run away.
Oh, jeez.
Oh
TB
my
chasing
God.
down, more
Run.
here. Chen just not a prayer to be able to make it away.
Radiant's top shrine
And
is
now
under
godlike for Mu. I feel like it's the second godlike game for him on this Terrorblade.
Moo's having a pretty good tournament so far. His drop play was really good. TV is
That was a nice tornado. Look at the sheep. He's dead.
Wow, gets it this time.
Permalock.
7 gold. Oh, nice Sunstrike. Oh, Cackles. And that makes way more sense. I was like, geez, how did he know?
What a god.
Yeah, this guy's insane.
Even with the cold snap cooldown, Talon, he didn't have it.
And quickly, J.Storm rushed towards the northern front. They'll allow Mu to go on a complete siege and send some other troops, if you will, down through that mid lane. And we're going to have to see if paiN can pull out a defense here. Chance from the crowd to see if they can do it. J.Storm looking to end their road right here and now. Here they go, inside. Tier 3's going down. While they're beginning to
They
skirmish,
disconnected.
the Terrorblade is going to work, and they've just already called the game, it looks like, and it's over.
Solid defensive effort there coming up from
All
paiN.
right.
They just knew it was done, and then it's done.
He went in, called, and then disconnected.
Man, I felt like not that long ago I was saying a rough day for J.Storm, but they 180'd that game real fast, and were able to kind of split it 1-1. Does that mean both series they went 1-1 today? I
Yes.
think it does.
Yeah.
Dang.
They did.
Good for them.
They
So,
lost with the TB, and then they won with the TB. That hero's pretty good.
Terrorblade's looking
About 50-50.
amazing, man, right now.
You know what hero's looking amazing?
Hmm?
Not Axe, because he just lost.
Axe did have a
Aw.
great day till then.
He did have a great day.
He had a
had a
great
good
start
game,
in
let's
that
be
game
honest.
too. Yeah,
You
he did his job.
You know where the snowball actually started, where it started looking rough? When he went back up to that top lane.
Yeah.
That's actually where it all started snowballing out of control. They had complete control out of that game, and then he goes to the top lane without the TP and dies. And after that, there was just a string of pickoff after pickoff after pickoff.
Yeah, I guess TB just ended up getting too farmed, and they had that moment where like Richie's on the high ground, and he's hitting a tier 3, and this fight breaks out mid, and he leaves the tier 3 to come to the fight, and they still end up losing that fight. Whereas like had he maybe just stayed and committed the tier 3, then suddenly the shrines open up, and then you're getting those, and there's no chance at like the Roche fight going poorly for you at all or anything like that.
Yeah.
And perhaps you can close it out a little bit simpler that way, but in the end, it kind of just felt like they gave them a little bit too much space. Like that was a draft where you had to play a little faster for paiN. It worked in game 1. Felt like they were playing super aggressive.
Yeah.
But couldn't find those same moments this time.
I guess it's just one of those games where you don't have that much of a window to make mistakes. Like you just can't make any mistakes. And obviously there was a few of them, and then it gets harder and it's easier to make mistakes, and then they matter more. And then all of a sudden it looks like this like counter snowball when really they just needed to play some clean Dota.
Man, I really thought like that would be a hard game for J.Storm. Like the counter initiations and everything were pretty on point from Brawl. He played a very good Invoker game, which he had to, because I'm pretty sure if he doesn't have some pretty incredible tornadoes and everything that during that, it's going to be very difficult.
Yeah.
Veno too. Like I feel like he always gets his ulti off, even when they try to calm him down to stop him from doing that, and then that makes a big difference. Because like once the ulti happens from Veno, everyone just starts running because you know that fight's going to go poorly for you.
And that's kind of like those are the best scenarios to have a Terrorblade in, because it's like everybody wants to get out. They've already committed to the fight. You just chase people down, kill them.
Reflection, you're slapping these long bombs at them.
As they're like running away, you kill a couple of them. They have to go back to the base and regen, and you just take towers. And yeah, it just seems like a pretty good hero with the. Although they picked it to kind of counter the Axe, and it did feel pretty good in the game against the Axe.
Yeah, he couldn't get those calls off at all. Forever also nice item build, just to get some more magic damage. He was on point with the Blink Dagger. Also, we gotta give credit to Mu in this game. He was playing really amazing.
Yeah.
Went to jungle level 3, then managed to recover. Also, his positioning in team fights was really on point. That's a lot of slow. Venomancer plus once Terrorblade got that level 20 with the reflection, they really can't move. There was 2 BKBs, but they came a bit too late.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Like I think there's this awkward period where J.Storm paiN, they're trying to fight in the enemy jungle, like just positioning on the high ground.
Yeah.
And maybe kind of not giving the Veno ult the respect that it deserved, because they thought that if they just stood their ground there, that they could take that space and just essentially out farm, and then eventually get the BKBs and then take high ground. But they actually weren't even strong enough to fight on that high ground, just because the Veno ult was doing so much work, and then comboed with some of the other spells, like with the Cold Snap, with the Tornado EMP. It was actually just too much to fight into, even though they were holding a really good position. It was just like a misread of the enemy heroes, and the fact that they just couldn't actually fight, even holding the high ground.
Okay.
Yeah, good composure for J.Storm, being able to recover through that one. But paiN, that was their first series, Lacoste. I know we can only get the impressions just based on those 2 games, but how do you feel they're going to be stacking up against some of the other competitors we've already seen, like Runes, for example, Complexity? Is paiN a team that is going to have a run to at least make it to playoffs?
Yeah, definitely. I would even dare to say that they're top 3 in this tournament from what I saw so far. Maybe a bit tilted. Ritsu left the game, didn't even say anything. There's a couple of deaths in the end, so J.Storm could finish the game after that. But so far, strategy-wise and what they're doing was pretty much on point. Maybe just some individual mistake, but that can easily be fixed.
I think the most exciting thing about this is that everything looks so even in NA.
Yeah.
It's actually ridiculous, and I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, Forward Gaming, maybe they're the guys that are just gonna stomp everybody, but what do we know? Like it
seems like, based on what I'm seeing so far, I feel like there's going to be a lot of stacking pressure on Forward Gaming to be like this huge team then. Because by the time we make it out of the gauntlet of the group stage, like these teams are going to be like warmed up, polished. They figured out some of the meta, what seems to be working, what seems to not be working against these teams. Forward is going to just have to suddenly show up and be on another level. Otherwise, teams are going to be just coming for their free, easy trip to the playoffs or whatever. So
never give up.
That's what Jack will tell them.
And then Jack will be right there in their ear.
He will be there.
He'll be there. He'll be playing Poe, but he'll be there. He's like, I got you guys. You're going to be doing it. All right. That is going to be concluding our action for Kings Cup Day 2. Our subscribers, our precious subscribers that we love so much, I believe have been delegated inside our Discord community, deciding frantically throughout the day, like, which one of us just didn't really meet the mark today and who deserves to lose their head. So I would imagine maybe a decision has been made. Do we have a verdict on who would be losing their head?
I just want to prepare for it.
They may not. They may not. Huh, Lacoste? All right.
All
what a
right,
pleasure.
all
So you
right.
know what this means. Jenkins King can order you to the guillotine, please.
Did you want that?
Can you grab me my...
oh, yes. That's even better.
And this means, of course, Lacoste will have his final words.
I order Lacoste to be executed at once.
So get to that guillotine, you son of a gun, and pay our final respects to our wonderful subscribers who subscribed to us today.
Hey, it's coming.
There should be a paper down there. Get production, can you help him with the paper, please? Please. We need to be able to hear him there.
Captain Fury slot.
Yeah, Captain Fury.
Dandelion. Dandelion.
Dandelion, dog.
Oh, they're on the
You
screen,
need
too.
Make it a little bit closer so I can see. That's my last wish.
Just give him the paper. Give it to him. Pick it up and read it, you peasant. Read their names.
Go.
They've died for you.
Yeah, I can read it. Alatonis, the Pyro, Lavio Arteezy, that's a cool name. Bat Dude, Scam his forehead. We have Jacob, Hugley,
Jacob.
4255, not very creative with the name. Shark Carry, Scooby Dooby Doo.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
What do we have? Frecky Cabuli, the Soul Sworn, Keck 7 Go.
My man Keck 7 Go.
One,
I know
two,
that one.
3 with the minus. BYC 64. Oh, okay, this one's good. Long Dong Silver 69.
Oh, I didn't know my dad was a subscriber.
Wild Ducks, Jon Snow of Winter Hell, and J. Millie So Silly. And we have the last one, Cobra Halt.
That was a lot of subscribers, dude.
That's a lot of
Thank you
subs.
so much. Make sure you go check out BTS or the discord.gg/BTS to get in on the commotion and on for the votes. That is it. So Jenkins, please give us the honors. Behead this man.
I will do that.
Off with his head.
Why you give a swing?
Give it a swing.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
No,
you're
just
taking the head
command
off?
it.
Just
Command
Why
it.
is the headset off of the swing? I don't know what you're asking me to do.
I still have something to say. Shout out to Monster, Lords Mobile, and Sennheiser.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.